To the latest firings of tens of thousands of federal workers, including more than 400 at the Department of Homeland Security. Some are calling it chaos amongst the government's workforce. ABC senior White House correspondent Selena Wang is here following it all. Good morning, Selena.
Hey, good morning, and great to be on set with you guys for the first time. But first of all, this news, it is sending shockwaves throughout the system. And the Trump administration is firing tens of thousands of federal workers across the country, and workers who have suddenly been laid off tell me it's not just their livelihoods that are at stake here, but also the people they serve.
This morning, the Pentagon bracing for potential cuts, with tens of thousands of federal workers from the Department of Health, Homeland Security, and Energy already in shock after they were suddenly fired from their jobs.
I was definitely upset.
Chelsea Milburn, a disabled veteran terminated from the Department of Education, says she fears for her financial future, left to juggle her disability and her family's well-being.
It kind of felt like having that piece of myself that was given to me yanked back out from under me.
Milburn says she hopes Americans realize that an attack on civil servants is an attack on veterans.
To the American people, I think they don't recognize that almost 30% of the federal workforce are veterans.
The administration first targeting roughly 200,000 federal workers who were hired within the last 1 to 2 years. At least 2,000 workers fired from the Department of Energy, more than 1,000 from Veterans Affairs, and another 1,000 from the Centers for Disease Control, including half of the agency's doctors and scientists who were sent across the country and world to respond to outbreaks. And Carly Arata shocked after she was fired at the Department of Agriculture.
What would be your message to Trump and Elon Musk?
This isn't about you anymore. This is about lives that you are ruining.
President Trump claims these mass layoffs will make the government more efficient.
We want to downsize government, but make it better.
But Corey Krzan-Mata, who was laid off from the Department of Energy, working on the legal team for a nuclear cleanup site, tells me he disagrees.
There's no consideration for whether or not this position is critical.
And guys, these cuts are just beginning, and federal workers tell me they've been given no notice, just told to get out and leave. And some of these workers, guys, they're telling me that they're also worried about their colleagues. They say that they were already understaffed and overworked before all of this started.
Yeah, and Selena, one of the things that's also happening is that the vice president gave a policy speech in Germany, and that's really making waves right now, isn't it?
Yeah, Gio, parts of it were pretty surprising. First of all, the vice president was highly critical of our European allies, and he also told them that their greatest security threat is not Russia or China, but actually from within. He accused them of censoring and pushing aside right-wing nationalist groups. And any European leader who is there, sitting there in the audience, hoping to hear about the Trump administration's plans to end the war in Ukraine, well, they left disappointed because Vance didn't even mention Russia's invasion of Ukraine. But Vance did later meet with Ukrainian leader Zelensky, guys.
All right. Well, Selena, it was great to have you in studio. We really appreciate you being here.